Welcome to the API video series. In this video, Introduction to APIs, you'll learn what APIs are, why they matter, and their business benefits. Let's find out how APIs can play a crucial role in your business growth and how significant they are in linking technologies with organizations. API stands for an Application Programming Interface. APIs are building blocks that are creating connections in order for various applications and systems to be able to talk to each other and to share information securely. To name just a few examples, APIs work in the background whenever you make an online payment, log in with your social media account, book a hotel room, or download software. APIs are the entry points into the capabilities of your organization and can be accessed through different channels such as browsers, mobile apps, social networks, or IoT devices. Traditionally, interactions with a company's digital presence were happening through a browser. Today, there is a growing need to send and receive digital information across a wider variety of applications that live in platforms such as a mobile device, digital assistant, or a wearable. This trend requires a more programmatic interface that can be discovered by the application developers and used across many different channels. One of the most familiar examples is the ability to like things on a website that goes to the Facebook API. Or, with the Twitter API, you can send tweets to others without logging into Twitter. An API is more than just an interface that sits on a server that accepts requests and delivers responses. Developers need to understand the interface to be able to write code, and a developer portal is the public face of your APIs that people can consume. Going even further, you can build communities of developers. A good example is PayPal's well-publicized developer hackathon events. When we talk about APIs, we need to extend beyond what makes them work and how they work. We're talking about the business value that they enable. So when you hear about the business of APIs or the API economy, we're really talking about the new routes to market or methods of customer engagement, or lines of revenue created by opening up your data and applications as API-enabled assets. The technical aspects of how you publish or discover or use a particular API are important, but the first question is, what will that API enable for the organization? Everyone understands that you can extend your digital reach by exposing an API as the input point for people to come and use your digital services. For instance, you can expose your account query if you're a bank, or an order query if you're a shipping company. On the other hand, a lot of value in APIs also comes from how you can understand your own customers better through their use of your APIs, generating insights that can improve your view of your business. The digital feedback loop shows that you can use APIs that transform your business and extend your digital reach, but also use the results of those interactions with both your API consumers and end users to update your original business goals. Now, let's talk about some of the business benefits of APIs, and dive into each to examine some real-world examples. While APIs as a source of direct new revenue is probably less common than one might think, this is certainly an option. More often, APIs are about expanding customer reach and retention, driving business development through faster partnerships, evolving to support mobile and omnichannel use cases, leveraging that business feedback loop to gain insights about customer behavior, outsourcing innovation, providing self-service integration, or increasing internal organizational agility. APIs can be a new business channel to offer monetized access to data and services. Google is one example of a company that made a massive investment in gathering a gigantic data set of geographical information and used it to build Google Maps. The investment paid off, and they were able to corner the market on map data and overwhelm competitors that didn't invest early enough, or as much. Twilio is a company that found a niche in the market when the mobile app revolution started. They recognized early on that developers wanted speed to market and that they would need communication-oriented services such as voice over IP or text messages sent to the mobile phone. Since larger mobile companies were slow-moving and did not want to cooperate with each other, Twilio APIs became very compelling, and that became their core business. Their APIs are their product. However, as good as these examples may sound, new revenue is not the most common area of benefit when it comes to APIs. Although it's possible to obtain new revenue through APIs, it's not easy, as it usually entails building a whole new line of business that can be a huge effort for many companies. APIs allow content and service providers to reach captive audiences where they spend their time. This is a more realistic benefit compared to the previous one. You want your content and your services to be exposed on new channels. This is especially true when there's an already existing audience, and you're able to embed your services into social networks. NPR is the pioneer in this approach. They have very well documented and distributed API capability, and it allows their content to show up almost everywhere on the web. As a publicly funded American media provider, their business model is not to generate revenue, but to reach as many content consumers as possible. eBay is another great example of a company whose products are embedded all over different websites thanks to their APIs. Their APIs essentially nudge consumers to buy eBay-listed products that are related to the content of the pages they're visiting. The reach and retention benefit of APIs is all about getting your message and your content out there, and to make your services accessible across all available platforms. Well-documented usable APIs allow partners to onboard themselves in record time. Many success stories exist where companies use APIs to enable or fast-track partnerships with other companies as opposed to unknown third-party developers. Kayak and the Green Button Alliance are examples of such companies who were able to perform partnerships quickly thanks to their well-designed and documented APIs. Kayak uses APIs provided by hotel, air, and car rental providers to create a brokerage where they can find the consumer the best price on a travel reservation. They then generate revenue through the vendor's affiliate programs and on-site advertising. The Green Button Alliance is a standards body that has published a specification for reporting historical energy usage data. That usage data then becomes portable, allowing a consumer to educate themselves around their energy usage, change their behavior, or provide it to another entity in a known format. Offering services through APIs is the best way to provide a consistent digital experience across all channels. This is also known as going omnichannel and is closely related to reach and retention. Companies that are building new applications need to make it easier and convenient for their customers to access their services and/or products. Providing comprehensive APIs to back this is a great way to do it, with consistency for the customer across all points of interaction. In the retail industry, American Eagle was also quick to jump on the opportunity of reaching out to and gathering information from customers regarding sales, promotions, and offers via social media and mobile devices, in addition to their physical retail store shopping experience. In the finance industry, CAP1 was quick to use APIs to their advantage in response to the popularity of digital banking transactions through ATMs, the web, and mobile applications. Having customers and partners access services through APIs is a major touchpoint in the digital feedback loop, allowing real-time analysis of user behavior. A lot of value in APIs comes from understanding your customers better through their use of your APIs. This is part of the data-driven insights part of the loop. By exposing APIs, you're giving customers a digital channel to your services, which allows you, as an API provider, to have a better understanding of your customers' preferences and behavior, and a better idea of how the customers engage with your products and services. Before moving to an API-based approach, MasterCard was providing historical data to their merchants in a form of a file. This file allowed them to see spending patterns of customers in certain regions. The API-based approach is far more efficient, as there is no storage of duplicate data, and the merchants only get the information they need in real time. MasterCard can also control access to the data. Moreover, they now get the interaction analysis to see what information the merchants are interested in. In turn, MasterCard can tune the APIs further and provide even better information. Providing a public API can lead to unanticipated innovation from third-party developers. If you provide APIs openly in the developer community, and the developers start using them, they may identify more uses for your APIs that you never thought of. When Netflix opened their API, third-party developers built client applications on various platforms like the Xbox and PlayStation. For Netflix, this innovation was much quicker than if they tried to do it all by themselves. While this is a common pattern in new API strategies, many organizations, including Netflix, subsequently restricted access in order to regain tighter control over their end-user experience. An API-enabled enterprise allows more rapid integration of disparate business capabilities and assembly of new products. Companies who are focused internally on changing the ways they connect systems Provide not only an API, but also supporting documentation and a self-service registration, discovery, and adoption process. Later, when we examine the Amazon success story, we'll see how Amazon paved the way for an excellent self-service integration platform through an API-first approach. Adoption of an API-first engineering philosophy, along with a microservice architecture, maximizes delivery speed, system stability, and scalability. If you take an API-first approach, you can get even more into the benefits of organizational agility, reducing dependencies in the organization, reducing the need for coordination and speeding up delivery while maintaining stability, and even providing more granularity around how you can scale systems. Netflix, HBC Digital, and SoundCloud are all good examples of organizations who enjoyed tremendous success with this philosophy. Let's take a look at some API success stories. For Amazon, APIs in the year 2001 to 2002 became a way of connecting the entire Amazon organization. From the beginning, every team within Amazon had to interact using web services. If you were human resources and you needed some numbers from marketing, you had to get them using an API. Front-end UI developers building an interface for an Amazon product could simply look up the relevant APIs without needing to directly ask a developer for code access. Good documentation of APIs is important in this case. Every team had to decouple and define what resources they had, and make them available through an API. In essence, every team becomes a partner of the other. This of course paved the way for self-service integration with external developers, allowing Amazon to stay highly competitive in the API economy. Moreover, this API-based approach within Amazon led to building infrastructure provisioning services through APIs, which then led to Amazon being able to offer AWS. They kept branching out and went from a book retailer to the biggest company in the world. Looping back to mobile and omnichannel, one of the benefits of APIs that we learned about earlier, Amazon is a fitting example. You start shopping on Amazon.com on your computer, and then you switch to another device, for instance your mobile phone, and finish the purchase there. You can seamlessly switch from one device to another without losing your order details. Disney Magic Bands started as a business idea to provide a seamless customer experience. They are personalized and secure, but the bands themselves contain no personal identifiable information. In reality, the Magic Band is just a chip. All the magic happens at the API level. Disney leverages underlying APIs for a vast array of digital services. The visitors use their Magic Band, which is essentially an IoT device, to make reservations to attractions and restaurants, to access their room, or to pay for their purchases. Photos are uploaded to the visitor's account in their personalized application. These are all testaments to the omnichannel benefit of APIs, enabling guests to replace their wallet, keys, and tickets with a colorful wristband that enables a seamless experience across interactions. Perhaps even more important is that the same APIs can provide Disney the much coveted data-driven insight into their customers' behavior. What are the busiest restaurants in the park? How long is the guest willing to wait in line for Splash Mountain? What is the best-selling merchandise in the gift shops? This invaluable information allows Disney to tailor future customer experiences, allowing them to grow their business in the right direction. You've reached the end of the video, Introduction to APIs. You should now be able to define APIs and their impact, describe the digital feedback loop, summarize the business benefits of APIs, and understand the real-life value of APIs through the Amazon and Disney case studies. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in other installments of the API Academy Learning Series.